Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and I hope you enjoy it. For those of you who are my fans and subscribers, welcome back and thank you for the patronage. I deeply appreciate it. Today's topic is going to be the Millerites and Jehovah's Witnesses. If you have not seen the first video, there will be an eye in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Go ahead and click on it and it will take you to the first video of this series. Not much else I need to say, so let's get going. As stated in the previous video in this series, Miller endorsed the date of October 22nd, 1844, a date based on the Jewish feasts calculated by S.S. Snow as the date for Christ's return. This date became known as the Great Disappointment and doomed the Millerite movement. Even though Millerism died, some spin-off groups formed, including the Bible students, the parent movement of Jehovah's Witnesses. Some former Millerites, including Advent Christians, greatly influenced Charles Taze Russell, founder of the Bible Students, which was later renamed Jehovah's Witnesses. In 1869, Russell began his religious journey after hearing the preaching of James Waddell, an Advent Christian. He borrowed from George Storrs, a Millerite, the doctrine of conditionalism. This doctrine holds that immortality of the soul depends on man's obedience to the divine law. He adopted another Millerite view from Nelson H. Barbour, his rules for interpreting biblical prophetic time periods. Russell, who was sure that God's kingdom was imminent and that secular governments would be destroyed at the Battle of Armageddon, taught that his followers should keep themselves separate from the world, which included political neutrality, which he defined as avoiding any involvement in political aspects of the world. Nelson Barbour, publisher of the Midnight Cry, claimed Jesus would return in 1874. When this didn't happen, he appealed to a Greek-English interlinear edition that translated parousia as presence, arguing that Christ did return in 1874, he just did so invisibly. As for Russell, he latched onto this teaching. This, of course, would pave the way for Russell's founding of the Bible Students, later renamed Jehovah's Witnesses. He didn't believe in hell, the immortal soul, or the Trinity. However, he did believe, alongside Barbour, that Jesus returned invisibly in 1874. He then added the doctrine that all governments would be overthrown and God's kingdom established in 1914. Barbour taught, as Russell would later, that Jesus and the church comprised the Christ. The church would become God's. This, a God class, would redeem humanity during the millennium, and that the 6,000 years from Adam's creation would end in 1873. Thus, Jesus would return in 1874, and the harvest would take place between 1874 and 1914, which would see the destruction of world governments and the establishment of God's kingdom on earth. In addition to Adventist influences, Russell was influenced by Freemasonry, being a high-level Freemason himself. Russell used many Masonic symbols on his publications, including the cross and the crown. A doctrinal dispute led Barbour and Russell to break their partnership, after which Russell started to publish Zion's Watchtower and Heralds of Christ's Presence in 1879. He did, however, keep Barbour's chronology, and he partnered with Barbour's other assistant editor, J. H. Patton. Eventually, Doctrinal Disputes ended this partnership as well. Russell viewed all churches outside his movement as apostate, and he was part of the restoration of the truth. Because of this, Russell's teachings became more and more important to the movement. Rutherford took control of the Watchtower, which later became known as Jehovah's Witnesses, and those who remained loyal to Russell became the Bible students. There were, of course, other splinter groups to come out of Millerism, but I am only interested in the Jehovah's Witnesses. Kim and Mikey have an excellent mirror on their channel about the different splinter groups to come out of Millerism. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to know when I come out with new content, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the sources that I used for this video. Remember, I am now taking requests. Please leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. Question everything and never be afraid. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, goodbye.